Coming up, in this Day in the Life episode, I'm bringing you with me into the studio so that you get a glimpse of all the activity happening at House of Bohn. And it's a day packed full of design meetings. Reduce the lighting a little bit on that. It's just looking like a little bit blown out. Okay, nice. That looks awesome.
So cool.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm also working on growing the company and strategizing our next move.
So who else could potentially do that other than a project lead who's training to become an associate?
No one.
Right.
No one. So exactly.
So
no
that's
one.
Who you're actually.
That's who we're looking for. And you're gonna see our client's reaction in real time as we present an initial design concept.
Really interesting.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Oh, I would have never thought of it.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am in the studio today. And for those of you who watched the most recent upload, thank you so much for all of your comments. It was so nice to see the outpouring of just love and excitement to be back on YouTube. I feel exactly the same way. I've missed so many of you and missed engaging with you. And so it was really fun to make that content, have it go live, and to see how you responded to it. So I just want to say that I appreciate you for sharing the love and commenting as much as you did. Now today, I am in the studio and I thought I would bring you along with me for a day in the life. I've got a jam-packed day of meetings, which is very typical, but we're going to jump into a few design meetings. We've got a client meeting at the end of the day, a brand new client, and so I'm gonna bring you into the mix for that meeting. This is going to be our first design pitch for that client. So you're gonna be able to see their reaction in real time at the same time that I'm seeing their reaction. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And the purpose for today's video is really to share with you some of the new projects that we're working on and to bring you more into the fold of our process as it pertains to interior design. Okay, so first, actually this is the second design meeting of the day, but the first one that you guys are gonna see, we are jumping into a meeting to talk about a brand new restaurant project that we're working on. The Alpen Club has been around for several years. Do you remember how long?
Several decades, I think you could
Several
say.
decades, yeah, several decades. I think it started in like the 70s or something like that.
I think that there are people who say they got married there in the 70s.
Yeah. We've been hired to reinvent the brand and to resurrect the Alpen Club. It's going into a brand new building at the same location. So this is right in the heart of Vancouver on 33rd and Victoria. It's a 7,000 square foot space, so it's quite large. There is a restaurant space, bar, upper dining, lounge, and a club space. And then of course, all the washrooms and kitchen and services that you need to facilitate a restaurant of that size. We are currently right in the midst of the design process, and today's meeting is going to be all about furniture. Renee, who you met last time on the channel, is working with me to put together this package. This is modern German, which is very cool. Taking the spirit of the Alpen Club and the history and the German essence, German tradition, and putting a modern spin on that has been a very interesting design challenge. Making it feel modern, but still
Honoring
German.
tradition.
Honoring tradition.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump in. Obviously, beer has to play a big part in the restaurant concept. This is not about fine dining, even though the food is going to be a little bit more upscale German, but the room itself, you want to come and be able to have a beer. The Alpen Club is known for playing really interesting, like all the European sports games and stuff like that. You want to be able to also like party and get messy for Oktoberfest, right? So there's got to be like that casual element with it. Casual, durable.
Durable, I was gonna say that.
Like you're gonna clink two massive steins together and have some beer and a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what's interesting about each one of these design projects is that everyone is so unique and so different from another. So if you watched the last video, you would have gotten to see this beautiful renovation project that we're doing in Point Grey, which is a residential project, and that has its own flavor and design aesthetic and a very, very different concept. That's what I love about what we do here at House of Bohn, is that every project is so unique and it takes a lot of time and thought to work through these details because we want to honor the essence of what each one of the concepts are. So it's definitely not a practice of just rinse and repeat, pulling in lighting or furniture or chairs from another project and just reusing them. I feel like every single time we jump into a project and really get into the design development phase, it's so unique and bespoke, and it takes a lot of thought and intention to really create something unique every time. Yeah. We're doing a final check before the client meeting later today. The tones that are coming through too. It's like green.
It feels
Yeah, it
clearer.
looks good. Yeah, okay. Reduce the lighting a little bit on that. It's just looking like a little bit blown out. Okay, nice. That looks awesome.
So cool.
Yeah, it looks great. Looks great.
And
Are we missing a drop ceiling? Whoa, my pen. Ah! So they're coming in at 4.
yeah.
Okay, good job. I'm excited. So for those of you who are just coming back, dun, 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 dun. Maria, I'm sure a lot of you will know Maria from previous videos. Maria is the studio manager here and also works as my assistant. She has been working on and off now for 11 years. We recently celebrated 11 years, which is pretty wild. So Maria's definitely seen a lot of ups and downs when it comes to the journey. And I'm just gonna pass off a task. We are looking to get a newsletter out the door, like email newsletter, to provide our contacts with updates right to their inbox. It's funny because as much marketing as I've done over the years, email marketing and a newsletter is something that I've always really wanted to do. But in the 11 years, well, 16 years since I've had the business, I've never actually I've gotten one newsletter out the door, one. But I want to make it more of a regular thing. So if you guys are interested in that, you can always sign up for the newsletter, which would be really fun. And you can do that through the website. Just find us at houseofbohn.com and you'll be able to subscribe to the newsletter. We plan on doing like project updates, like announcements, new partnerships, and announcing all of that kind of stuff on the newsletter. So different than what's happening on YouTube for sure, but just putting it out there in case that's of interest to you. Maria, do you want to share with everyone what has been the biggest change that you've seen since you've been back, which has been 3 years now?
I think ever since I came back, the biggest and exciting thing has been like how much of an online presence you've built. Yeah, the YouTube community, the Instagram, and the speaking opportunities. So I think that's been really cool to see.
To see that grow and expand.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. So it is almost 1 o'clock. We're creeping into the afternoon. My next scheduled meeting is with our director of operations. We are going to do a touch base and talk strategy, next steps, problem solve. It's definitely an interesting time right now. We are in some very tough market conditions. I'm sure all of you feel it as well. The economy really sucks right now, especially in North America, but I imagine this is all over the world. And so despite having a growth plan and a vision for the future, right now, executing on that growth plan is tricky because of the state of the economy and the state of the market. And so a lot of the strategizing that we're doing is planning, trying to evaluate what we do with resources, what our next steps are, how do you grow. It's not like this is a time when projects are coming easily and everyone is flush with cash and there's tons of resources and growing is easy. It's actually a very difficult time right now to grow. So that's one of the business challenges that we're facing. But as in business, there are many ups and downs. It is the entrepreneurial journey. And so this is just one of the things that I'm currently facing. That's exactly where I wanted to start, is the few things that I have that I want to talk about. Business development, just in general.
Yeah.
Next steps in terms of hiring.
Yeah. And I also want to make sure that we earmark some BD blocks for April.
Yeah.
Because now I'm moving into April dates.
Spend a little bit of time strategizing in terms of what is the most immediate way that I can get freed up.
Yeah, maybe we should start there.
Do you want to start there? Yeah.
Maybe.
Like one of the problems right now is that I'm in all the meetings, every single meeting, every single function that happens in the company, I'm part of that. And so getting relief from that is like next on the priority list.
Start to work towards needing to be in less of the meetings where the project manager could take over.
Yes. And project lead is the term that we've been using for the hybrid of a senior designer project manager. We're calling them a project lead.
Okay, so moving forward, we're no longer talking about a project manager.
Strictly a project manager? No. Yes.
So who else could potentially do that other than a project lead who's training to become an associate?
No one.
Right.
No one. So exactly.
So
no
that's
one.
who you're actually
That's
looking
who
for.
we're looking for. You know what? I feel like there's a mug that I want in here. I'm gonna take a minute after leaving a really intense meeting. Something that's become really important to me is my spiritual practice. And over the last, I'd say at least like 5-6 years, my meditation practice, my spiritual practice, working with plant medicines, taking time out, getting quiet and silent, and operating from a place of intention has become more and more and more important to me. And as I've developed a spiritual practice and continue to develop my spiritual practice, I feel like when you're on a path like this, you're never really done. You're always evolving and growing. I'm always thinking about ways that I can bring my spiritual practice into my daily life. So how can I have more of a meditative demeanor throughout my day? How can I set an intention and bring that intention with me throughout the day? How can I operate from a higher purpose and do that throughout my day, rather than it just being about the next task, the next meeting, the next dollar, the next client, the next project, and rather than the constant sort of like hustle and the hamster wheel that comes with always hustling. I feel like by being able to take a step back a little bit more and do these things with a certain kind of intention and purpose allows me to find more joy and peace and happiness throughout the day. So I'm gonna take a minute before I jump into the next meeting, and I'm actually going to pull a card for you guys. So these are cards I picked up the last time that I was in Tulum. And as soon as I saw the cards, they just really resonated with me. I felt like if I didn't buy them, I would really regret it. This is by a Tulum artist. So I'm gonna pick a card for us, okay? This is gonna be our card, me and my YouTube family, for the next couple weeks, okay? And this one with the stars is really speaking to me. Look at that. Can you see what that says? This says, I came to have fun. Can you believe it? Okay, so this is card 30. I came to play, I came to be free, I came to be fulfilled. Life is not a race or a competition. Better to think of it as a game. You are meant to play, to develop your skills, to enjoy the fun of encountering other players in the pursuit of their own goals. Don't take things too seriously, and remember that in this game, setbacks are simply opportunities to learn how to play better. What a cool card. And then it says, the whole point of playing this game is to enjoy it and play it to the fullest. Come on, let's play. Life is fun. What a great card. I can't believe it. Yes, this is Chewy. He's our office dog. He's Sarah's dog. Chewy, come here. Oh, you gonna sit? Good boy. You just got a haircut. On that note, this is Chewy's mom, Sarah. Interior designer here with House of Bohn. She's been working with me for the last 2.5 years, and we're gonna have some fun jumping into a design meeting. I introduced this project to you. So this is the tower that we're designing, located in the West End of Vancouver. We're working on a really fun rental project. So the whole tower, there's gonna be 200 homes that are for rent. We pitched the concept for the amenities just the other week. It went over really, really well. We've got a really funky lobby. As soon as you walk in, we've got a really cool concept for like a karaoke room, a bar upstairs, amenity spaces, so it's gonna be pretty cool. And today we're gonna talk about what the design is gonna look like for the actual units that people are gonna live in. I mean, that's always the question, right? Like, if we're doing one scheme in this entire building and there's over 200 homes and all the homes are gonna look exactly the same, do we wanna go safe with the interior design? Meaning we have a beautiful wood cabinet, maybe that's paired with a light cream or white and then a simple cream tile, or do we do something that's more funky?
But,
Chewy! Chewy, bad dog, you're not allowed up here. You know that.
How did you get up
How
here?
did you get up here?
That's the first time he's ever done
I know.
that. Chewy, you need to get out of the boardroom.
I think your dog likes the camera. So we've made it to the end of the day. It's almost 4 o'clock. Our client should be here any minute now. This is a lovely couple. We are renovating their 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo in Cole Harbour. They've got a prime location and great style, great taste. What I'm excited about with having you here along for this meeting is I want to show you the process and explain the process of what it's like working with a client at the very early stages of design. So they haven't been in to see a design meeting yet. This is the first little taste that we're going to show them. And these days, everybody uses Pinterest. It's a tool that everyone has access to. And so most often when clients come to us with a design project, they typically have a Pinterest board with lots of ideas put together. And I love getting that from a client. And if they haven't done it, I always ask them to do it. Now, in this case, when a client brings a plethora of images to the table, which is always a lot of fun, the first step is distilling down all those images. And what I like to do is categorize them and show them back to the client in a certain way so that I can understand what is really the direction they want to go in with their home, right? Because there's definitely a vibe there and there's definitely a through line, but the images aren't entirely cohesive. There's just lots of different ideas or lots of different things that they like. So I've put this together in a way where I'm going to show them 3 distinct lanes that we could go in, and we'll see what they decide. And then once they decide, we're gonna develop and build out a concept from there. It's happening. Now, it's funny because normally we don't film the very first client meeting.
It's our first meeting. Well,
Normally we do like at least a client meeting and like let them feel it out and make sure that they're happy with what they're seeing before we film anything. But I'm sure they're gonna be happy with it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Like I always panic too. I always have that feeling like it's never enough. I think that's just my own personality. Like it's never enough. It's never enough. There's not enough pages here. And then we go on for 4 hours. It's like, okay, there's a little too much. Hello. Oh my gosh, you look so pretty.
oh, thanks.
Nice to see you.
Teach how to scrub, so I'm relieved to
Oh,
hear
you look
that.
great. How's it going?
Gary.
Nice to see you.
See ya.
Thanks for coming.
Renee, turn it
Oh,
over.
yeah.
I have dog lick on my hand.
Oh, sorry. This is Chewy.
Chewy, oh my gosh.
Amazing. Well, come on in. Come on in. We'll head this way.
Space.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call it, it's our diamond in the rough. So how you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Hi, buddy.
Good.
Hi.
Chewy thinks it's all about
Oh my
him.
goodness, cutie.
Center of attention.
I'm excited to have you in.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Of course.
And you said you didn't like wallpaper.
Oh, I love wallpaper.
doesn't like your wallpaper.
No, I love it. I love it. And so we've got a couple options that we want to run by you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, and then we'll just kind of see where it lands. And then depending on like what space plan option you want to go into or what direction, then from there we'll like start getting a little more into creative.
Okay,
Cool.
Sound good?
sounds great.
Okay, great. Let's jump over to the first board. I like to just let it sink in for a minute.
Honestly, looking at this, I would love to stay at this hotel, but I don't feel like it reflects me. I want my living space to like reflect me.
I like that. This feels like a retreat. This feels
Yeah.
like a retreat that you would go on.
Totally.
Like a White Lotus, place.
Yeah, let's jump over to the next board.
It's funny. I feel like I would have clustered all the images like the exact same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like scrolling through the Pinterest board, I kind of saw these themes emerging as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. So this board we're calling Vintage Glam. And this is where a lot more of your bathroom images started falling into this category. If you
There's things here that it's just different emotions that it evokes, I
Yeah.
think. And this one is immediately giving me like, almost like old New York and like
Totally.
almost,
I think we said that. Like, it feels
Yeah.
like New York.
yeah.
yeah, it
Like
does.
a brownstone. Or
To-
something.
totally. And
Should we go to number 3?
Yeah.
This is my favorite. Yeah. Like just first impression, I feel like this kind of strikes like a balance between the two.
I do. I love the words earthy, elegant. I love the ways that you guys kind of named all three boards. It does define it like very clearly.
Yeah.
Which really like helps us focus, because I think one of the issues we were having before was that, you know, we couldn't really quite figure out. It was, you know, a mix of 1, 2, and 3, and we had elements of everything without really knowing which direction, and sometimes that makes it a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
To try to tie all these rooms together. So
And sometimes they don't talk to each other either.
Right.
Like I almost feel like, especially with this one and the next style, like they're quite different.
it's quite different. It's hard
So
to
it's kind of hard to like, I mean, you can pull in some elements for sure, but like they are, when you see it organized like this,
they're wildly different.
they're different. Like you said, this is, like, you're going to New York for a weekend,
Yeah.
gonna go
Yeah.
have some fun. The other one is like, you're gonna chill out, zen out
Right.
in Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like Tulum.
Yeah.
Second one's New York. We're telling two
Yeah.
very different stories. Third one's like maybe, I don't know, SoCal.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the space plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was lovely. Thank you so
That
much.
was amazing. No, I'm
that was
glad.
a lot to go through.
It was a lot to go
It
through.
was, I mean, super fun.
Thanks for sticking it out. Yeah.
Oh my god, I feel like the time flew by. That's what fun. I mean, we just get to make decisions. You guys did all the hard stuff.
Yeah. No, it was so fun. Whew. Okay. That's a wrap to the end of this marathon of a day. What a day it's been. And holy smokes, what a great meeting. I'm so thrilled with the client's response. It's always, even after 16 years of having my company, every time I go into a client meeting, I still get a little bit nervous because you never know how someone's going to react and respond, even though they always respond really great. But you can't help it as a designer when you put yourself into a project and yourself into a presentation, you never know how someone's going to respond. So that was great though. That was the best response that we could have expected. A super successful meeting, a really successful day. Thank you guys for coming along with me throughout the day. Definitely comment and let me know maybe what was the meeting that was the most interesting to you. So I think we started the day with a design meeting for the restaurant project that we're working on. I did an operations meeting. We also did a design meeting for the rental project we're working on in the West End. And then you got to see the client meeting in real time for the renovation project that we're doing in Cole Harbour. So big design day today, but definitely comment below. Let me know which meeting you like the best. As always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next. Wait. One more question. Just thought of this. Would you rather see a vlog like you did today? So maybe 4 or 5 meetings batched in a day, or would you rather see one meeting, like the client meeting, for example, and to have us go deeper in that meeting and show you more? So definitely comment below. Let us know. Joel here behind the camera wants to know. So comment for Joel. Okay, you guys? We're out.